So hello people and welcome back to Trash Talk. I am Kevin Smith and I am here with Sean Reidy as always.
Yep, here with what is now Ireland's #1 weekly Joe's Bizarre Adventure podcast because some reason, I don't know.
Because it's more timely, because no one's going to want to watch. Do you want to listen to, not only do you have to listen to last week's review, but you also have to listen to last week's review before you can get to this week's one?
You know, I already know everything.
We're not all in fourth year, Reidy. We don't all have unlimited time to waste.
I mean, I did buy 2 video games today, so maybe so maybe shut up. I mean, one of those was for someone else, so.
So, before we go into JoJo, let's do some quick anime news.
I can pretend to know these things.
So, some Bleach novels are in the works. Bleach recently ended. Did you hear about the controversy over that?
It was people being fucking angry that their ship didn't happen.
No.
Which is...
No, because I think I've talked about this before.
Is it because Bleach is bad?
No, that too. But like Shonen Jump is kind of been purging their series.
Yeah. And
like, it's happening actually next week again with another relatively big series, Toriko, that I've never actually read or anything, but I've heard. Anyway.
JoJo's fine. JoJo's an Ultra Jump. That's the real premium shit.
Anyway. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's monthly.
Yeah, but like, One Piece is in weekly.
So?
One Piece is like...
Berserk is in Ultra Jump.
Good point.
Whenever it comes out.
Yeah. Then there's the other weird ones where they do Dragon Ball Super and Fairy Tail. I think that's bi-weekly. I do not. Just like we used to be. Anyway, basically, the Jump editors were like, to this guy, to Kubo, you have 2 weeks to finish this series.
That did happen with JoJo to a less extreme extent, but yeah. That would fucking... Cause I think they gave him like, here's a few months, you know, but just wrap it up quickly. Like he had a longer plan, but they just got him on with it.
Yeah. But,
2 weeks is pretty bad. I wouldn't want to be him in that situation. That wouldn't be fun.
Yeah, and like the ending was apparently horrible, as you can imagine. Like having to finish a final arc in two chapters. So they had to finish it in like 2 weeks. And I think there's actually people were taking the piss because the one that's ending next week, the 14th.
That's next week. That's the week after next.
Yeah, the way they announced it is Toriko will climax on the 14th.
I mean, Japan likes climax as a word, you know. It's in Bayonetta.
Yeah.
That means they must like it.
Funimation have announced the dub for Drifters, which is one of the anime that not Funimation, Crunchyroll are pushing the most this season.
I have seen things about it. Yeah.
It's basically the guy who did Hellsing. It's one of his, and you can definitely see that in the art style. He's a very distinct art style. Basically, the whole plot is
It's about some people who don't have a house and they're looking for somewhere to
go. Not exactly. It's about... That's probably an anime, though. I feel as though that is.
Yeah.
I feel as though that's an anime.
Takes place in Dublin.
It's about basically war heroes and stuff from throughout the years fighting each other.
Yeah.
For example, Joan of Arc is in it, and she rides dragons.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a take.
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah, you know. There are a lot of ways to look at things, and you can just...
That is one way of putting it.
Take things many ways. So...
But yeah, let's move into...
I have one news item, actually. It technically is an anime, but it's still weebish enough that Christian will probably complain if I talk about it on the other podcast. And that is Neo, which is the new Souls-like game from Team Ninja, I want to say. It's definitely from Koei Tecmo. And it has... The voicing is full Japanese dub, except the main character, who has a thick Irish accent. And it's not even a bad one. Normally, you get Irish accents in video games, and they're horrendous. And somehow, in this game that has almost entirely Japanese, it's fine. That game looks... I played some of that, because they've had an alpha and a beta, and it's interesting, definitely. The way it handles stamina compared to the Souls games is... It's like they make you hit a button to get it back, basically. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, Christian is especially not big on the whole Dark Souls thing recently, as we've learned. But maybe he'll talk about that. He probably won't. He's just going to be a big ol'... He's going to be Christian. Let's move on.
Yeah, big. Let's hope he never listens to this.
Oh, fucking why would he?
He doesn't even listen while we're recording the other podcast. Why would he listen to this?
Yeah. Maybe he'll listen as he catches up. We should tell him to do that. That can inflate our viewer count.
By what? Actually, someone told me during the week they were going to listen to it.
This or that?
The original podcast, Organised Nonsense.
Which you should all go listen to.
Yeah,
I mean, you probably shouldn't, but go ahead. Please do it anyway.
It's very good.
Yeah, definitely. So, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, July the 15th. It is, July the 15th, Part 2. This was... It had the payoff, sort of, to the Superfly, but they cut quite a bit.
I don't get why they keep doing this.
Doing what?
It's where, like, the episode is split in two.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's start with the Superfly part.
Yeah. It was... They cut a lot. Did you understand how it worked? Because I had a little trouble in the manga, and I feel like that would be much worse here.
Understand how what worked?
Superfly.
Yeah, I kind of understood. The way I kind of understood it was you hit it and it all gets reflected back.
Okay, yeah.
What I didn't really understand was how Josuke won.
Okay, so all of the energy that was coming towards him, he
sent it back to where it came from.
Because Crazy Diamond doesn't actually fix things, it just reverts them to a state they were in before. So he's putting it back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that was basically all of that scene. All of that fight that was in this episode. It did have the weird mask thing, which is especially strange because his eyes were completely normal last episode.
Yeah, and it was. They just got weird.
I'm pretty confident that happened in the manga because I assume Araki just thought that up on the spot. It's like, hey, what if he was wearing a mask? And they pay tribute to that, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, that was about all that was there. Cheap Trick is a fun arc. I'm not going to spoil what it's about. I mean, I feel like it's a little obvious at this point what his gimmick is. But I won't give you the extent. So, yeah, there's not really much to say about the Cheap Trick part. Rohan was a little...
Yeah, okay,
Rohan
what I don't understand is, why couldn't he just use, what's it called? I keep forgetting the name of his stand.
Heaven's Door?
Heaven's Door. It was on the tip of my tongue. And yeah, I don't understand.
He did use Heaven's Door, and it just said, I really don't like anyone seeing my back.
Did he?
Yeah.
Huh.
At the very start. And he put in, I cannot attack. Yeah, that whole thing.
No, yeah, but I don't get why you didn't just use Heaven's Door again, just to be like, turn around and show me your back.
I mean, you gotta have a story, Kevin.
Yeah, I know, but...
You gotta have a story. There are points where Araki throws away that you gotta have a story thing, because, like, how am I supposed to make a story? This isn't one of those times. And yeah, the bulk of this episode was the Enigma section, which I think was done really well. Very well, completely. That's what I wanted. They got it right, guys. Because first of all, you got Yuya, and those scenes adapted pristinely, perfectly, with yeah, good shit. Yeah, that's my boy, Fangami Yuya. He's got. Someone noticed that the girl's tattoos actually say highway stir, like with an I and an E. I don't know if that was in the manga. I really hope it was, because I don't remember them being like that in the Highway Star episode.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I looked at those and definitely didn't notice that. And it's not like it was a mistake, because it's on all three of their arms.
I'm going back and check. Yeah, hold on. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. I'm scrubbing through it.
One of my favorite scenes.
No, hold on. I think it is Highway Star.
Well, in this episode, it was Highway Star.
Hold on, I have it paused. Yeah, Highway Star, S-T-E-R.
And highway with an I at the end.
These seem to be wise.
Maybe that was just a weird framing, but definitely an E.
Yeah.
And I never noticed that his ribbon said Speed King before, because Speed King is someone's stand in Part 8, and they... Yeah, that's not relevant, but weird. And it's also a Deep Purple song, like Highway Star, so...
I checked there again, yeah, it's Highway spelled on purpose, but stir is stare.
Yeah. Who knows? One of my favorite scenes this episode was one I don't think was in the manga, which was just Kira walking around his office, looking at some hands and being like, man, it's so fucking hot. Oh. Like, okay. How much of Diamond is Unbreakable is solved if you just give Kira, if Shinobu just gives Kira a hand job? How much? So much. It's fixed. It's fixed. Fixed, I tell you. They fix it. That's all. Just like... So, like, someone in the Stardust Crusaders subreddit was just like, give him a stress pull, he'll be fine. Because, the only reason he even gets caught is because he's like, man, Well, no, he gets caught because he was trying real hard to... He's trying too hard to settle in. But, but yeah, the way they made the Enigma scenes so trippy was great.
That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's David Pro coming through again. My boys, my boy. Speaking of my boys,
I'm calling it now, right? If you ever find some woman unlucky enough to have a kid with you, and
I will not name him David Productions Reidy.
No, you can't call him. Your name choices will either be Jonathan, Joseph, or David.
It could be, yeah, Johnny works, I guess.
No, but that would be an abbreviation. Like, their full name wouldn't be Johnny.
I know people who have, like, names that should be short, but that is just their full name. Like I know a Josh, and he's just Josh. Not Joshua, just Josh. You know?
Yeah. Are we talking about
isn't Jack
friend of the show, Josh?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, friend of the show, Josh. I talked about that last week, didn't I? He fucking... It's like, oh yeah, he likes JoJo. Ridiculous. But... What else? There was... one thing I completely... Because we're getting into the point now where I've completely forgotten every minor detail of everything. Because I read it...
This is your excuse to read back over it.
No, but like I forget little lines like, I startled Koichi and he gave me his tell.
And he gave me his what?
His tell. That's Enigma's whole thing. He figures out the tell.
That's what I was thinking. He figures out the tell and then can like trap them in paper or something.
No, but like I like how with Tomoko he had to get into the house. Like she pulled a knife on him at a point. He's like, I'm eating your desserts. I've got your desserts in paper and I'm eating them. That's what he had to do with her. Whereas, like, I imagine with Koichi, he just fucking walked up to him on the street and was like, oh god, that guy looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh character. Another really nice thing is that throughout the entire series, David Productions has been adding the Josuke lip bite. Because it wasn't there. Yeah.
That's actually
it wasn't
really
there.
cool.
Yeah, that's the sort of... Because someone noticed that in the Endul fight, there's a little moment where you can see Star Platinum stop time for like half a second. And it's great. They do that sort of thing. I hope they keep doing that sort of thing. I can't really think of that many things they could do with that, but they'll find them. But like the break between series is just okay. Fucking read this 300 times, figure out what we can add. That's it. That's all they do. It's like, what can we add? What can we cut? Done. Because there was a big break between Stardust and Diamond because you had. Because they had to redo the whole art style. Hopefully that won't be as much for Part 5, because Part 5 should use the same art style, because this art style they're using is actually closer to like Part 5 than it is Part 4. So, who knows? And what else? Yeah?
Nothing. Quick update. Westworld is nothing like SAO.
Yeah, I watched an episode. Yeah, it isn't.
I'm like 4 episodes in, I think.
Yeah, no, it's
not SAO.
It is not SAO.
I'm not a huge fan of it, but I dislike it less than SAO.
I mean, you can dislike it as much as SAO without it being like SAO.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh man, that Western version is still coming.
Oh.
Did you see that? I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait. I'm so excited.
It hurts every time you talk about it.
And I think the JoJo movie might have started filming because the Twitter showed a picture of a Mario sign in Spain.
The diamond is unbreakable one.
Yeah. I'm optimistic. I don't know.
Oh, you Poor bastard.
It's not like it's gonna fucking ruin it for me.
Yeah,
You know?
but like it's not gonna be good.
But like, there's a point with
If
JoJo where it's like, okay, it's cheesy enough that you can't make it bad.
It's
Although
called
actually-
camp.
Though actually, the '90s OVA.
Yeah.
That's because they took out all of the cheese.
Speedwagon.
No, I mean the Stardust Crusaders one, not the movie,
Oh,
the
that
OVA.
one.
Yeah, that's a weird one. But
Have you
Another
seen
thing
the
is-
OVA?
what?
Have you seen the OVA?
I've seen the first episode of it, and there's not a single joke in it. It's so serious. It's weird. Every moment of hilarity comes from the dub, which is weird, because normally it's the opposite in JoJo.
Yeah.
But I was not a fan of them pulling the cliffhanger on maybe the best page of 30 years of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but I guess I just have to live with that.
I feel you say that every week.
Part 4 is pretty fucking good. You're not going to get me like this again until 7.
See, I think my general feeling is that JoJo's good while you're watching it, but then not so good the rest of the time.
Maybe. I feel that way about 3. No, 3 is less than the sum of its parts. That is, I think, the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I like a lot
still-
of things about it. Yeah. But it just drags so much that I can't.
Yeah,
But,
like even I was kind of like, okay, this filler is kind of dragging on, and I sat through 100 episodes of Naruto filler.
Well, at least that wasn't actual filler. Like, it was there in the original. It is original filler.
No, like this Naruto stuff was like 100 episodes of the anime.
Yeah, that was
made it up.
added filler.
Yeah.
Yeah. In JoJo, like, no, that filler... You fucking need that filler. That's authentic filler.
Authentic
You know?
filler.
Authentic filler. The original experience. Imagine fucking getting that 20 pages a week. Imagine the Dio fight taking half a year. So I think that's a place to end, and we'll find out what that wonderful fucking cliffhanger is. They fucking use it like the meme. I hate them. Fuck you, David Productions. I love you. Bye.
Goodbye. Also, don't forget to listen to Organised Nonsense, the bestest podcast.
Sure.
Also, it's episode 50 this week. I hear something special might be going on.
15 minutes notice, but you know, better than...
Goodbye.
Goodbye.